Namaste, yogis. We are going to talk about crow pose, Bakasana. When I first started practicing yoga, one of my teachers said, crow is the gateway to arm balances. And I remember getting kind of upset because I thought, I can't do crow. I'm never going to be able to do crow, and crow scares me. And since then, I've realized that I wasn't alone, that a lot of you are a little fearful of crow, Bakasana. And it's also a little challenging for whatever reason. So we're going to talk a little bit about leaning into the idea and strengthening the areas of the body that are key in coming into crow pose. As you know, probably, crow requires upper body strength. It also requires core strength. Another thing that is helpful, not absolutely necessary, is range of motion and flexibility in your hips. Because the more compact we can become in the body, the more streamlined we can become, the lighter we feel. So when we're able to get the knees either on the elbows or the triceps or high up on the armpits, the easier and lighter the asana is actually going to feel. Now don't worry if your hips or your hip flexors aren't soft or as open enough to bring those knees on the arms yet, and they're kind of wrapping around the arms, that's fine. It's very important to think and remember of squeezing in. You want to hug everything into the midline. Your legs are working like crazy. So what does that mean? That also means inner thighs have to be strong. So we're going to squeeze in and we're going to draw up through the core. The higher we can get the hips, the higher we can get that tailbone, the lighter we're going to feel as well. So it's all about streamline and lift. For those of you who are afraid of falling on your face, I understand, and you're placing blankets and all sorts of pillows underneath your face in case you fall over, I get it. I did that too for a long time. Just put your feet down. Don't worry about falling forward, fall to the side, fall back, right? If you feel yourself tipping forward, fall to the side. You'll be all right. We're going to talk a little bit about what we can do to kind of find that lift and find more spaciousness in the body so that maybe we can start to get those knees on the elbows, triceps, and armpits. All right? So you're going to want one block. You're going to place the block parallel, and we're actually going to come up on the block. You're going to bring the balls of your feet up on the block, and big toes are going to come together. Yeah, so if you're afraid of heights, it's all good. We're going to go down. So big toes are together, balls of the feet are together. We're going to let the knees go out to the side, and you're going to come into your little squattasana. Knees out, hands come down. All right? Let's talk about the arms first, because in crow, our arms are the foundation. You're going to want to bring your hands at least shoulder width, because technically crow is usually a transition for us. If you bring your hands too close together, it's going to feel more like you're on a pedestal. And then when we go to jump back and flow through a vinyasa, it's going to be more challenging to surf the heart through. So you're going to want the arms at least shoulder width. And if your shoulders or chest are tight, take them a little wider even. When you bring your hands down, I like to bring the index fingers forward so there's a little bit of external rotation in the hand. That helps the triceps wrap and the inner elbows come forward. So index fingers will be forward, wrapping the triceps, inner elbows spin as far forward as you can. That's the chaturanga foundation. So when you bend your elbows, the elbows go back rather than out. Yeah? Wrap triceps back, inner elbows forward, index fingers forward. When you look down at your hands, your index fingers and thumb create an L, right? A capital L for love. So you've got your love fingers out. You're gripping the earth with the fingertips like a cat sharpening its claws. This is called Asta Bandha. So our hands become like suction cups on the earth. Our fingers act like our toes when we're standing. So we bring our hands down at least shoulder width, maybe a little wider. Index fingers forward, fingers spread wide, and then we grip, creating those suction cups to the earth. Wrap the triceps back, inner elbows spin forward. Now, we've got our hands placed, we've got our arms positioned, we've got our big toes together, and we're in this little squat here. We're gonna start to puff the kidneys up. So it's like a cat shape. Draw the navel up, hips lift. Bring your knees to your triceps, as high up towards the armpits as you can. Now, if that's not happening, you're gonna bring your knees to the outside of the arms, or maybe even shoulders for some of you, right? Same thing, you lean forward, puff the kidneys up, and squeeze in with your legs. So outer arms, or puff up, knees to armpits, triceps, or elbows, wherever your hips will allow you to place them. Lean forward, push the earth away, and then gaze a little forward. Come onto your toenails. Push the earth away, draw your navel up, squeeze in with the arms, squeeze in with your legs. Play with picking up your right heel, bring it to your right sits bone, point or point your right foot. Bring it down, pick up your left foot, squeeze the heel in, point or point the foot. Rooting down, drawing up, squeezing in. Bring it down. Now play with bringing both heels to the sits bones. Squeeze up and in. Squeeze the arms in, squeeze the heels in. Bring the big toes together, squeeze. Draw the navel up, protract your shoulder blades, push the earth away. 5, 4, 3, 2, feet down, come down. Woo! Step off your little podium. Give your wrists a little shake, shake out. Up and down, up and down. Make fists and just circle out your wrists. So I kept saying cat shape. Those of you who might not know what I'm talking about, cat-cow pranayama. When we inhale, we arch. This is cow. And when we exhale, we round. We push the earth away, drawing the navel up. The shoulder blades slide away from one another. Just imprint this shape in your body. Gaze a little forward, but maintain the protraction of your shoulder blades. That is your crow shape. The navel is drawing up. The arms are pressing. Shoulder blades sliding apart. So that's our cat shape. So by simply practicing cat-cow, maybe at the top of your practice, within your practice, you're actually preparing the body for Bakasana, for crow. That's the beauty of this practice. Everything is connected. Everything is a building block for the next asana. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial about Bakasana, and that'll help you next time you step onto your yoga mat. Namaste.